Okay. So from the full guard, the closed guard, you guys can come in if you want to. Okay. One of the worst things with the no gi is that it's easy for my partner to manipulate my grips because I don't have anything to hold on to. So I'm not allowed to grab onto his shorts or anything. So what I find is that a lot of time that to stop the breakdown and to stop him holding me, he kind of get down nice low. But the trouble is I can't really pass the guard from here because I'm kind of stuck. Any time that I try to post it, push the arm across and I get stuck into this bad zone again. So first thing that we're going to do is, I'm going to play the game, I'm going to hunker down, but I'm trying to get my elbows as close to his hip as I possibly can. So from here, first motion, I come through, my hand comes under, and I'm grabbing the top of the shoulder. This is the most important part. I'm pulling my elbow to my knee, and I'm compromising him. So now if he tries to shoot an overhook around my arm, where if I'm here, he can definitely get the overhook and start to attack me. So what I'm doing is, from here, first things first is, when I'm ready, I shoot and I grab. And I know they'll generally try to get the underhook, which is cool. And even if he does, as long as I keep the tension up here, like if he gets the underhook and he goes to do the stuff, it's harder for him to manipulate me because I've got the control. The second part is this, and this is the two focal points, is once I have the unhook and the grip, my palm's going hip downside of his leg. If my palm's hip upside, he's just going to push it to a triangle, pull it to an armbar, etc. So this part here, the most important part of me is that my forearm stays on, but I'm under. So if he tries to pull my arm or push it in for the triangle or pull it, actually, yeah, give it. See what's happening to his legs straight away? How his legs start to open. So as long as I'm on the downside, not the upside, does everyone see that? So I kind of like, I'm trying to grab his bottom, but what I'm doing is my fingers are here and I'm hugging, so I'm taking the space away, I'm on the downside, so I'm squeezing his leg. And the instant that I feel the leg open, my elbow comes on the inside. I've still got the control from here. In. Okay, so full guard. So like I mentioned, the full guard, can you close your guard up for me? The full guard, close your guard up for me? Yeah, the full guard, the downfall on the full guard is that he's in a far better position than me. I'll get 3 points if I pass the guard, that's how dangerous this position is. And he only gets 2 points for a sweep, so because it's in his favour, he should be able to sweep me from here. I should have a difficult time passing. Okay. So first thing is, my elbows come on the inside. When I'm ready, I shoot and I grab and I'm pulling this in. So if he tries to overhook my arm, even if he does get the overhook, there's not much he can do. Secondly, is this hand here goes on the downside of the hip, not the upside of the hip. The downside. If my elbow is exposed, it's going to swim under, pull my arm forward, and etc. etc. So make sure that I'm here is I'm down in here. So it's on the downside and I'm tight to my partner. Everything's super tight. So we're just going to start here before we start actually passing the guard. My head's onto the side of the hip. Don't have your head on the side, you compromise your base. So it's this side and I'm super tight to my partner. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I've got to get the hip and then the elbow. If I finally get this, he can push it in for the triangle. So I always get that first. So if he pushes the triangle, I've got the grip. Where sometimes if I push this in, if he catches it, he gets the triangle on me. So I always grab the hip before I put the elbow in. My opinion. 1, 2, 3. Didn't mark. Deft touch. Oh, Andrew follows up with the knee like a good team. Okay, so start once again is inside the full guard. What I'm seeing is some of you guys, you're kind of grabbing on the outside of the shoulder. I want to get closer to the traps or the neck to pull up. Once I'm on the outside, it's easy, I'm going to lose that grip. So this hand here is kind of getting closer from here. Like I mentioned, is if I put my elbow in first, it's just going to punch the hand through in Triangle City. So I always grab this. Elbow on the inside. This is the hardest part of this. I'm going to slide backwards 45 degrees. So it's right leg, right leg, switch. so I'm really low on it and I've got the tension on here. Because he doesn't have the overhook on the arm, he can't armbar me. If he has the overhook, he can, but because I'm on the hip, it's hard for him to complete the armbar. So again, so I've got the position. This is the hardest part, I'm gonna push here. So this is the key. So I'm gonna go push, 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 push. Now, switch, pop, and in here. So I keep everything tight. If I pop up, if I take my weight, so anytime I lift, he turns his knees, he's gonna sweep me or possibly triangle me. So the whole concept on this is this crunch stays here. So what happens is, the most common thing for me is that people try and throw their left leg over my head to do the armbar. No gi, I don't want it. Gi, I don't care. They're not going to get me. So with the no gi, what I do is, as I feel the leg come over, I just drop my head down. So yeah, so even if they're here, so like even if they've got the rubber guard, I'm still passing the guard like it's really hard to stop. And they'll probably pop their knee if they try to keep that. Not that Andrew Wood, he's quite flexible, but if they did that, I'll let them get a really good, and then I'll just punch past the guard and I'll put a copious amount of pressure onto the knee. Good like that. Okay, so that's the camera. Okay, so from here, okay, so on the trap, on the hip, elbow down. Okay, so pushing backwards, 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 switch out, right knee, left knee, switch, punch. Now, if my knee's facing this way, he just retracts the leg, hooks. Yeah, you know what I mean? So how light am I?
Pretty light.
Yeah, so I do this, watch this. Now, bring it through, and push me into the guard pass. I've got to turn that knee to stop that knee coming through. It puts me in a far better position to pass the guard. Thank you. Ian, come here. A little bit more. Okay, so the control under on the trap, bottom side of the hip, elbow pushing, so I'm going that way, so push, 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 switch. Stay low, switch chariot. Okay, anytime I pop up, they've got, so anytime I lift, he's got the option to swing the knee and change it. So here, this size place, my knee comes over, but my knee turns in. So now he tries to rescue the guard. Then went to the pass mode from here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And out.
Would you still have love?
Okay. So the concept, once going in nice and deep from here, hand, elbow on the inside. Okay, so pushing, 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 step, switch. I'm low to the ground. This goes up. So I've got two things I do from here. And the first one is what I call give a little bit to get a little bit. Risk it for the biscuit, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So first thing is my hand changes from the hip to the inside of the knee. And I do a re-switch. So here, because I'm pushing this into my leg. So I'm here, I'm like, so I bring a hand here. My elbow has to stay low. I don't know, because that means I'm pushing it down. So like, even if it doesn't do anything, I'm not getting any benefit. So I'm going this way, so I'm pushing here. So what it is, as I switch, nice, switch. So that'll kind of put me in the, but I'm low. So this is the pass over this time. If I'm here and my partner's been really stubborn, I'm going to keep walking to my left a little bit, so I'm just going to drag it. Okay. Back step and ankle lock. Same as back control. I'm trying to put myself into back control, but his feet across because he's technically still in guard. So anytime that I'm here, because if I'm front on, his feet are that side of my hip. But if I keep going here, See what's happening? Like, and I'll push them in front. Cross. Get the ankle lock. They're kind of my two. So on the ankle, I need the feet to come over. Also, as I'm kind of going this way, I'm allowing their feet to track over. So when I back step this ankle lock, most people will either feel it coming, they're going to kick the leg out, I get the pass. If they're really stubborn, I get the submission from there. Let's have a quick shot of that. 1, 2, 3. Feel good.
We're switching again, boss.
Hey?
Switching again or?
No, same. Okay, so just rehash from here. Hand goes under, hand goes on, elbow goes in, head goes low. Push off, push. Slide to the side, switch back, form. From here, I'm on the inside. My hands on the. So if I'm here on the inside, so it's re-switch here, that foot kicks through. Hold the arm. This is the high percentage, okay? So we're in the position, okay, from here, switch, kill the leg, step over. Knee comes down. What I'm going to do on purpose is I'm throwing my body over Hamish's head. Throw my body over Hamish's head. Hold my legs together. Start to squeeze the arm. That's the first submission. Push cutting arm up. Here. As it tries to rescue the arm, step over, take the mount, take the arm bar. So I use this quite a fair bit. Like, he can't move. Of course, the arm's fully isolated, you've got nowhere to go, and there's a copious amount of pressure on the arm. So for me, guard pass, mount, 7 points, and then I get the submission. So as far as the points tournament goes, incredible. As far as the submission points goes, incredible. Okay, that's it. Here, come here. Close, but not yet. We're getting there. Okay, so from here, inside the guard, thank you. So, control, hand, switch out to the side, kill it, boom, under, slow motion, dive over his head, dive over the head, hook my leg, come to the other. So that's the first submission. Okay. He can't move because I've got him locked up. If he lifts his head to release the pressure, I slide underneath onto the stop position. Yeah, here. Okay, double your arms up, pull his elbow, you're okay there, no, go slow. Pull the elbow to my chest, step, over the top, he's got nowhere to go, and so the whole time there's so much pressure on your partner, so I'm basically, like, I've got him pinned so far to one side that there's pressure, he can't re-roll. Yeah. Do you want to have a look at that one more time, guys? One more time? Okay, can I go because that's okay, so from here, get the control from the half guard, hand comes under, hand, elbow, switch, off to the side, come here, ball, kill it. This is the hardest part, is my knee's going to go down, but I'm throwing myself over. So like Tom, I'm just going to go arm below the shoulder. So what I'm doing this time is I'm kind of diving my hand first. I dive over and I cut this side. So I hook the legs. So I've got the arm. So like Tom, I'm trying to bend the arm. Yeah, you can't. I've got to touch the top. But I've doubled it up. Come here. So as I start to pull the elbow towards, I extend. Step. Now you can't see it, but as I step over, the pressure comes on, so she's got nowhere to go. I've got the triangle set up as well because the arm's inside outside. So from here is you okay down. So because I'm so high, I'm kind of crushing her shoulder and driving down. From here. 1, 2, 3. underhook. So a lot of time we go here, and this is standard underhook. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm going to go here, so I'm diving over my partner's head. And to stop the pass, so I land, but I pull his leg in, so I've cut the leg. So that's the armbar. But what I'm seeing, sometimes you're trying to get over that side, and the more I'm here, the less I have the armbar. So I'm kind of like going, hey, come at me. So for him to drive at me, he has to put his foot on the ground to drive. Thank you. So I'm still kind of playing all this side here, but I'm kind of underneath the tricep. So the part that I see people have issues with is they get the underhook and they kind of come here and then they roll like that, and you're going to get head arm choked or swept because I'm bottom side of the head, where I want to kind of go, yeah, ooh, and I want his arm. Yeah, I'm here. No, this is a double up. Right, and now to make it worse, I kind of go watch my feet, kind of go, come here. So I just get that squeeze on the legs as well. So I've got squeeze on the legs, and he goes, I have to move. Bop, thank you. Now watch, I drive my knee into it and I squeeze. So he's got nowhere to go. And the pressure is quite insane on that as well. Water mouth guards, 1, 2, 3. How'd that feel?